Welcome to Say Like a Champ, episode 120. What it do?
What it do?
What's good? It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy back in the building, man. What's up, everybody?
Man, we're so glad to be back. I'm glad to be back in the office, you know what I'm saying? After I was on remote last week. Glad to be back here with my brother for sure.
Absolutely.
And with the Slackers. We got a couple Slackers checking in already. And we do appreciate y'all. We do appreciate the time and for you being back with us on a Tuesday. But Strizzy, how are you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. I feel actually really, really good. I probably got the email too for our I Say Like a Champ YouTube stream, but I saw my kind of like my 2021 YouTube recap from my own personal channel, and I was quite amazed actually. Like I don't know how I'm gonna top this next year. You know what I'm saying? But like, you gotta keep pushing, gotta keep moving. Definitely want to be able to top it somehow. But I was actually pretty amazed, man. So I owe it all to you guys and everybody else who've been rocking with me YouTube wise for the last year. So definitely
that's
humbling. So
that's inspiration, man.
Yeah,
that's
man.
dope.
It's insane, man. It was insane.
That's what's up. Well, that's a great way to start this show off, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we're here to do, you know what I'm saying? Keep getting bigger and bigger every year, every day, every week. And we do appreciate everybody with us. We got Moms, Kelly, we got Anthony Weston, we got Bobby, and also Grace checking in. We do appreciate y'all. Don't be afraid to comment, like, subscribe, all the fun stuff. And I think it's time to go ahead and make this thing official.
Official.
Now it's official. Say Like a Champ, episode 120. We in the building. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy back. What's going on, everybody?
And before we get started, we do have to bring in the third member of the panel for tonight. You know who he is. He's number one in your playbooks, number one in your hearts. It's Mr. Mad Marcus. What's good?
I don't know about the number one part.
Number one.
How you doing? My heart, Marcus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's funny. What's up? Welcome back, man. Welcome back from Disney, man.
Thank you. The trip was awesome. We had a great time. You know how that goes. It was very very festive, you know what I'm saying? Got me in the Christmas spirit. So now I'm like looking at my decorations around my house like I need to do more. And so, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be like Main Street. But no, it was a great time to kind of step away a little bit, but I appreciate y'all holding it down for me for sure.
We tried. We
kind of check in last week. That's what's up.
Oh yeah.
But no, let's see. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. Let me share my screen real quick. See if I can do this without screwing it up too bad. But I'm gonna bring up our little topics for the week, and we'll go ahead and get into our first one. Let me hit this real quick. Let me get this train rolling. What's up next?
Oh, let's check it out, man, real quick.
Tune to NFL Talk.
Let's get it.
All right, NFL Talk, the first topic for the week as we get into this weekly recap of sports. We got a couple different things going on. We'll get to the scoreboard in a second, trying to review all the games. But one thing I definitely wanted to talk about was coronavirus. It really has been hitting NFL hard. There was 37 positive tests on Monday, and then the Rams actually had 9 people added to the COVID list today. So it's just another one of those themes where it's like kind of going right through, kind of running rampant in sports right now. So hopefully we can make it to the end. I'm like, man, why does this happen when it's right at the end of the season, you know?
Yeah, man.
It's really tough, but I'm just hoping that most of the teams can be healthy for this playoff run, you know what I'm saying, and kind of make it through. But it's looking like that's a major issue. I don't know. What do you guys think? Did you guys see this?
Yeah.
I think the Browns had 9 players as well.
Yeah.
8 players.
Yeah, it just makes it aware, because I ain't gonna lie, I kind of got lax with the virus too, kind of go back to normal. But we gotta get back to it, man. And start being cautious more too. So I'm gonna do better too after seeing all this.
Completely agree, Marcus. Actually, man, your boy Kendrick Perkins actually made a really, really good point. I think today, he had talked about how like we got comfortable, like as a country, not a country, but just as a world, we got really comfortable, and started acting like it just up and disappeared, and it hasn't. It's still there. It's still in full effect. It's still out there killing people every single day. You know what I mean? We still need to continue to do our parts into not just protecting ourselves, protecting everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with Marcus. I lax a lot myself. You know what I'm saying? Even vaccinated, like I got to do better at protecting the ones around me. And just because I'm vaccinated doesn't mean I can't give it or can't give it to somebody else. So I agree with Marcus, man. Like we just got to get back to remembering that it's still out there. You know what I'm saying? I think we kind of got relaxed on that.
Very well said. Very well said. Yeah, I think we just want it to be over, but that doesn't mean it's over, especially with the new variants coming out, especially with the cold weather coming out. It's definitely a good reminder. And me, I was just a little bit, even being at Disneyland last week, I was like, man, there was a couple of times where I was just like, man, this is a lot of people around. Like, and I think we've kind of lost sight of that like importance. So hopefully it gets back going. But like Bobby said, 2 teams shut down. Kelly's saying, is it the new variants or these players are not vaccinated? I think it's kind of a mixture, but I think the majority of the NFL is vaccinated. It's really just a few people that are still kind of standing out. I think they're like at like 80% overall, something like that.
Like last year, when somebody would get COVID, they would track it and say, "Oh, this person went over here," but they haven't did it this year. It's kind of like everybody got it, so they're not sticking nobody out this year. That's kind of good too. But it normally happens. One person comes in, maybe they were somewhere someone was supposed to be, and they probably go like that. But they haven't said what happened, how they getting it. But because the Rams, they happened like last night. Jalen Ramsey was here to play the Cardinals. And he had to get flown back somewhere else because he had tested positive for it. So
right, yeah, that was part of the Rams had 9 people placed on the COVID list today, but they basically had like 4 or 5 right before kickoff yesterday.
Yeah.
So we were assuming like, okay, that means they probably already spread it a little bit, but those other players just haven't tested positive yet.
Tested today,
and it is it's scary when you think about it from that standpoint. Like they're always going to be together. They're all like traveling together in close spaces. So. I don't know. That's tough. Anthony says Josh Gordon is in protocol, but he's vaccinated. Chris Jones is in protocol. We need him on Thursday. By the way, Anthony, looking very sharp. I see the new profile picture.
I see you. I see you, guys.
That's what's up. That's what's up, Anthony. I like it.
Business.
I like it.
Business around here, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's a sharp man right there. That's what's up. So, but yeah, it is kind of crazy. Like I said, I just want to see football. Like as from a fan standpoint, like I just want to see the best we can. But the teams are kind of dealing with it as best they can. It's not like it's new, but it's just coming on strong. Like, what I'm saying? Like, I'm kind of worried. So we'll see.
I think it'd be all right, though. I think we'll be
good. Also, I do want to give a shout out, rest in peace to Demaryius Thomas. That was some, really sad news. And he kind of, being from Georgia Tech, like, and kind of after Calvin Johnson, he kind of carried on that role of like that big time receiver. And, just what everybody's always said about him is just like the way he carries himself and things like that. So for him to be gone at 33, that's very sad and kind of eye-opening too.
So young, man, 33.
Yeah.
His birthday was this month too. Like he didn't get to celebrate his final birthday. Like, And it's crazy too. I was thinking about it, like when they talked about him being only 33 years old. I think because he played with Peyton Manning and got that Super Bowl ring, like he just felt older. You know what I mean? Like when he was 33 years old, I was like, man, this man was 33. I was like, this is our age. Like this man is literally our age, a little bit younger than me.
And so, I forgot that he played with Tom Brady too, because Tom Brady tweeted out. I'm like, oh, he did play for the Patriots for a little bit.
Yeah. That is crazy. That was very sad. I am glad what the Broncos did. They kind of got the stickers, and Von Miller was actually wearing one too last night.
Odell, I think it was Hopkins had one on too.
Got you. Okay.
I caught it.
Some of the people. I'm glad that they distribute that not just to the Broncos,
exactly.
But the people that he impacted, and then also the Broncos lined up with 10 men on their first play just to kind of honor him, like a missing man formation. I thought that was classy. That's cool.
Absolutely.
But it's sad.
I seen the Sutton kind of took it a little hard. Did he play with the parents, or he didn't get to play with them? Did he?
I don't think he did.
Like nobody on the team played with him. I don't think. This is like
on the Broncos right now.
Yeah.
They said that there's like 10 or 12 players that
Oh,
like,
okay. I didn't know that.
that
Okay,
carried
okay.
over, and then like a bunch of coaching staff and administrative staff and stuff like that. So, yeah. So that is definitely sad for him. But yeah, that was some sad news coming this weekend. I'm glad they got a chance to do a little something for him. The other thing though, the big Monday Night Football game last night, Rams Cardinals. I just wanted to kind of ask your guys this question, and I know it might not be fair just coming off of just this last night's loss, but the Cardinals, what I'm saying, they started out so hot, had the top record in the NFC for the longest. But is this their year, or how are you guys feeling about the Cardinals currently?
The Cardinals are gonna be the Cardinals, so I just think they had a good little year, but I think it's gonna start coming to reality right now. So I think first round out. I think so.
Man, it's funny you said that, Marcus. I got text messages last night saying the exact same thing. So they're still a good team, man. They're gonna make it to the playoffs. I'm laughing. So I'm like, did Kyler and Hopkins break up? They separate? You know what I'm saying? They haven't fallen out. I don't know. Like, it just Hopkins is he still injured? My biggest question right now is Hopkins. He has not looked to himself. He had a weird, uncharacteristic drop last night that he does not like. He doesn't drop balls general, and that was like in his hands before he got hit. Like, you can just see it. It wasn't there for him last night. But I'm with Marcus, man. I think Cliff, in my opinion, is still questionable as a coach, and I think they'll get into the playoffs. But I think depending on who they play, they're out first round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Anthony Weston kind of alluded to that Cardinals bad clock management.
Yep.
Better situationally, and it was interesting. Like the one time they went for 4 on fourth down, they could have kicked a field goal and made it a one-score game with like 6 minutes left or 5 minutes left. But
but the Rams just play way better than them. And then you think about it, they got that onside kick. That normally don't really happen. So that if they don't get the onside kick, we're not talking about clock management.
He really shouldn't have had that situation.
Yeah, and then he should throw an interception too, because Collar, like, he threw some bad passes. Like, he was like that a little bit. So that one pass that got missed, that should have been game over right there too. So he didn't play a good game. I think they might have got exposed on certain things too. They were saying if you get your ends kind of up and keep him inside, he don't play well because you got to think about it. He's a small guy. He can't really see. You know what I'm saying? So he has to get on the outside to see the player. So I think the defense down, they're gonna do that. They're gonna kind of get those guys upside so he can go outside. Yeah, and make him stay in the pocket. And then if he try to run up, he gonna get hit pretty good. So I think they got exposed a little bit. You got James Conner playing great too, but I don't think that's gonna last either. I think he's gonna be himself.
Surprised by that.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be himself too. So I don't know, man. I don't think they might really fear them. Even though they was the best team in the NFL, which I think that they might finish maybe the best because they got an easy schedule.
Simple.
Yes, they should win the rest of it besides the Cowboys. I think at first I said we might not beat them. I think we're gonna beat them for something. I think we're gonna beat them. So it might kind of mess them up a little bit. But other than that, I don't know. I don't think they might fear them that much. So it might get it.
It's funny. So you watched the edge rushing. Von Miller did something really, really, because Von Miller's never played Kyler Murray. They never played. This is his first time last night. So Von Miller, what he was doing last night is he was rushing out deep and then curling in, so that when the pocket collapsed and Kyler wanted to roll out, he couldn't. And it was like, Von Miller, a beast and a genius all at the same time, man. So like he was like, instead of going straight for Kyler, he was actually forcing the offensive tackle to basically fall all the way back with Kyler, so that when he tried to get out there, he just couldn't. So and that was really killing Kyler Murray last night. He didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And
Donald was killing him last night too.
Oh, Donald was murdering him. Oh my
he was
God.
just going down before. He was like, dang.
He kept on getting hold because at number 64, he was killing that guard. Like he had to hold him, and you got to hold him. Right, you don't want your quarterback to get killed, but that last possession was kind of weird how it happened because Von Miller had him, and you could tell he let go because he had his helmet. So I guess he didn't want to get a penalty, so he kind of like let him go, and then Donald was right there to get him. So they played well.
Donald was getting double teamed all night too.
Yeah, he was. So that's a lot of 5 starters they had too. So I just think, I don't know, man. We'll see that. I'm not hating on the Cardinals. I want them I hate the Suns more. I hate the Cardinals. I like the Cardinals a little bit better. So we want to see them do a little good, but I don't trust them. Like I said, the coaching wise either, how they getting coached. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. No, I feel you. Yeah, I feel you. Mom said they need to pull it together, but you know who she was rooting for. She said not even kick that field goal to go Rams. So
But I don't think you should. I don't think you kick that field goal though. I don't think you gotta go a touchdown because they ain't guarantee you gonna get a touchdown. So get the hard one out the way first. So you get that's like kick. It's easy to get
True.
that kick. You know what I'm saying? But that touchdown, you gotta rush and do that. Get the touchdown first. I think it was okay how they did that though.
Right, but I'm just saying earlier because it was like 4th down when they went for it on 4th and long.
Oh,
Like,
I
they
see what you're
couldn't
saying.
kick the field
Okay.
goals then, like
Yeah.
just to kind of, but they ended up getting plenty of opportunities. Honestly, the Rams could have put it away
really
too.
did.
So,
And AJ Green, he's playing great. I don't know what happened. He's playing good right now.
he found the youth, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So
That's what's up though, and he went over 10,000 career yards. So definitely got a shout out to him. I think he's like the 50th wide receiver, which that's kind of a lot, but still that's a big feat, you know. So,
No, for sure. Especially because in the last 2 years he's missed practically 2 seasons. You know what I mean, with injuries.
Yeah.
So that's
I like it. I like it. Last quick thing right here. The pick'em. If you guys are not competing in the pick'em, please compete in the pick'em. I can't believe
we
it,
just run
man.
over this, dog.
this is worth the wait. This is worth the wait, wasn't it? Because you kept on saying
it was like I was waiting all this time to I'm finally dialed in. But I've never had a perfect week ever.
That's
so
crazy, dude.
That was crazy. So last night
was almost messed it up for you.
What's that?
The Cowboys and the Buccaneers almost messed that record up for you too, man.
I know, but it was like once after last night, I was just like, "Come on, Rams! Like, please do this." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "I gotta do this."
But I'm surprised you picked the Rams. Like, I didn't think they would have did that, man. Especially with the protocol they had too. So
right,
that's dope.
Well, I thought it'd be way closer, but I was thinking like the Rams just kind of have to win this one, like just to kind of like mix it up. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's
Has anybody ever did that? Are you the first one to do this, right?
So far in our league, I think we didn't have one last year either.
You're doing a big thing. You're setting trends. You're trendsetter right now, man. So we're
gonna try to go for it again. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But the funny thing was, Certified Loser Boy was right behind me. Like if I would have lost last night, it would have been a tiebreaker. Like you know what I'm saying? It was no guarantee because he only had one loss going into last night. So I was like, so I was like worried, man. I was like, I don't know. So
Pops, you gotta put up Pops.
Thank you. I appreciate the love. You know what I'm saying? Ray said you were happy to see the Cards lose. Congratulations. Definitely not brilliant. But no, I appreciate the love. That was what's up. You know what I'm saying? And BetMGM took care of me a little bit too, even though I didn't have the full 14 game parlay. Like, man, you know, and I had some mix of the spreads and things like that, but it was good.
Hey, so one more question too. So on that thing, so did you get the scores too? Is that kind of or just the games you picked?
Game.
Okay. So what is that for when we got to do the score? The 2 games.
That's just like in case. So like in case we end up with the same one, then it goes to like the tiebreakers.
Oh, okay. I
got got closer on the scores and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
that would be dope if you got a score right too. That would have been like unbelievable right there.
That would have been crazy.
That would have been nuts.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. But I'm like, dang, why wasn't I in Vegas this weekend? Like, yeah, why didn't I have that ticket? But it's all good though. It's all good. But yes, welcome Stephanie to the show.
You gotta put 5 on it going forward, fam, just in case.
Just in case.
You know what I'm saying? Like the funny thing is I usually have one at least all money line like the full weekend.
Yeah.
But this weekend I had like a mixture of a few different things. So it is what it is though. But I was definitely glad to get a little bit closer. You know what I'm saying? It felt good. So but let's look at this scoreboard real quick. I know we talked a lot about NFL, but you know, I think it was kind of some good games though. The Browns Ravens, even though Lamar Jackson went out, the Ravens still came back on the Browns.
Yeah.
Strizzy, are you worried about your boys though? Are you worried about your Ravens, your AFC?
Oh yeah, I don't. It's funny, man. I feel like every time I talk about them, they lose like really weird games, but they're still good record. I think they're still top of the the division too. But I just have, man. Unfortunately, I just have not in the first round too, man. Like.
Yeah,
the injury bug has swept that entire team like all season. Before the season even started, they lost like both of their running backs. They lost their cornerback with ACL tear. We just lost Byron Murphy. You know what I'm saying? Now Lamar's gone down too. Like, man, like they're just losing everybody. But like, unfortunately, man, it depends on who we play in the first round. But I don't know, man. Like I don't been playing, bro.
I don't think y'all make it to the playoffs. I don't think Lamar comes back. I think he's like sit it out because I don't think it's worth it. Like
I was saying the same thing, Marcus. I don't think it's worth it either. Especially with the way they played this year. It's like the record doesn't show how they played. They've been bailed out of a lot this year, in my opinion. So
true.
You know what I mean? Like I hate throwing it away, especially when you're 8-4. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate throwing it away, but like let Lamar get, heal up because you guys aren't winning nothing this year. You know what I'm saying?
Not even, I wouldn't say
Greg
him
Roman.
because I think he'd be fine, but let your rest of your people come back next year. Like
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we're gonna come back.
Reload.
Fire Greg Roman, he gotta go and recoup for next season, man. But
that'd be good. It gives you some confidence. They played well while injury, so I just think sit it out this year.
Yep.
And see what happens. But you never. I can't just say quit though. So I don't think Lamar a quitter. So he might even try to come back, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
Huntley did play well when he came in for him. I thought it was a wrap early because the Browns got on top like quick. Like it was 17-0 in no time, and I was like, dang.
Yeah. It looked like it wasn't going to be competitive, but Anthony's right. Huntley looked good. And when he came in that other game against the Bears, he won them the game. Like, that's one thing I'll give that dude credit for is like he's not scared. He's like, I'm gonna just go out here and see what I do.
He won't be there next year. Somebody gonna pick him up. So
I think so. That's the kind of mentality you want your backup to have. Like, let's get to it. Like, let's see what we can do.
At the end of the day, I'm trying to get paid. I'm not trying to be a backup forever.
Right.
Yeah.
It's funny though. Anthony Weston though, he says he doesn't want to hear from no Raiders fans for 2 years. So
that game there, dude,
that was crazy.
We said it like week 4. We was like, oh man, I don't know, but I kept on saying, I don't know yet.
Just let them get right. Yeah.
Look what's happening. They're the best team in the NFL right now. When your defense is playing like that and your offense is back, they back to dangerous. It's like oh man, I really didn't want to see it because come on man, we don't want to see this again. But I don't think they're gonna beat them in the AFC, man. I think the Patriots doing well right now, but you don't want to see them guys in the playoffs, man. They click on the right time right now. Defense is playing lights out.
Mm-hmm.
They back, man. Like it's like they were doing it on purpose a little bit, like they we gonna
let people worry.
Yeah, because if you look at all Patrick Mahomes interviews, you look at his interviews, he's always positive, like, oh yeah. Like he already knew what they was doing, so playing possum, man. So they back, man.
I do think though that was they put on a little extra for the payback for the bus. They're still mad about the bus circling around. You know what I'm saying?
And then they got a nerve to go on their logo. Huh? They had a nerve going on logo. Like, what are y'all thinking? Like, come on, y'all. When I say that, I'm like, they tripping right now. Like,
right. They decided to have their pregame meeting on the Chiefs logo. Like that was not doing themselves any favors there.
They went to town after that. It was a wrap after that. So they played well, man. So like I said, the Chiefs, they back.
That's like Bears Packers. I saw Devontae Adams tweet something. He was like, when has it ever been a good idea to do the whole discount double check thing against Aaron Rodgers?
Right.
It's like, quick question, like, when has that ever worked out for y'all? And he's right, man. Like, that game was actually pretty close for a really long time. The Packers just came back.
Stepped on the gas, yeah. I do have to give credit to Justin Fields, though, for that in that Bears game. Like, he looks like if their defense is always solid. So if he can get the offense moving, like, that's kind of exciting for Bears fans.
Yeah.
I'm definitely rooting for him. They competed for the first half for sure. But that's the division game.
Yeah, but I didn't know how serious Aaron Rodgers is hurt right now too. Like it's like he's saying he's in pain, like, and he can't numb it because if he numb it, he can't feel his hand walking, how he's running, he can't feel it, so he has to keep it like none. So I was like, oh man, that's kind of.
Some people have said they should maybe just rest him because they know that they're going to make the playoffs, like just to get him healthy.
You want that number one spot though. That'll help him out a lot. You know what I'm saying? That week off, so you gotta play him. But I don't know when it's cold like that. Does it numb itself or something? Like I don't know. Like
maybe it hurts less. That's true.
But that has to be painful though, man.
I'm curious about who the Packers the remaining schedule. I don't really know exactly who they played left, but their ground game has actually been pretty solid this year. You know what I mean? Like if they can just figure out how to keep the defense, honest and run the game a little bit, maybe they're able to rest them a little bit towards the end. But I see what Marcus is saying, man. Like in the NFC, like man, it's them, the Cardinals, the Bucks, and I think there's one more in the mix too. Like
Cowboys, come on, dog.
Yeah, the Cowboys too. Yeah, exactly. My fault, dog.
There's 4
teams, man, in the that number one seed. So it's pretty crazy, man. Got a lot of teams just 4 losses. So. Yeah,
but I think I still think the Cardinals might get that back. Like I said, that schedule they have the easiest schedule. They play the Colts, the Lions, us, and Seahawks. So they might win those games. So we'll see how it goes. Detroit might surprise them though, but I don't know. I'm going off on a limb though for the next week. I'm picking the Lions to beat the Cardinals. I'm just putting out there. I just think one of those times it might happen though. Let's see.
You
heard it here first.
They might get Swift and Hawkinson back, so that's a big deal too.
So if they lose to the Lions, season might be over. They still make the playoffs, but season might be over quick.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
the Cowboys, that's next game, dog. I ain't gonna lie. That game, the first 2 quarters, I was like, this Cowboys team looks great. Like,
right,
really good.
The first 2 quarters.
I was in church watching. I was in there going crazy, like when Parsons was getting
great,
tags and the interception by Greg. I'm like, this is why they kept this Gregory. I always say, why we keep this Gregory dude? Like, he didn't play for like 2 years, right? I'm like, why we keep on keeping this dude? Nah, see, they seen something we don't know. So it just seems like that he's a great player, but I'm not too worried about Dak. He hasn't played well. I don't think he's gonna keep playing back. I think he's gonna come out of it a little bit. But Zeke, to me, I like Zeke fight. He played well to me that game. He fought. He was doing it well, and I think we're gonna be okay. But the defense playing that good, that's all we need to see. I think we're gonna be okay in the rest of the season. I think we're gonna win the division. I was kind of worried this game. I'm like, I don't know, because if the Redskins, the football team beat us, it's gonna be a little kind of hard. We got to win our game, but now we're in a comfortable position. We're gonna play well. But the defense, they look really good. Michael Parsons is special, man. Like
they do.
I wanted Surtain. I was like, man, we need a corner, but I see what they did. That was a great move.
Yeah. No, I agree. We're lucky that Surtain got taken in front of us, because then, you know what I'm saying, we would have gone that way. But no, I agree with you. Michael Parsons has made a big impact on our defense. Our defense getting turnovers like this, like, it's crazy. I would have never thought we would say the offense is the problem.
Right.
But it's kind of similar to I don't think we're like, it's kind of similar to the Chiefs though. Like, they were like, their defense all of a sudden came on when their offense was struggling. I'm hoping that our defense holds on and gets until our offense can get going again. If Dak gets firing on all cylinders, and if he gets time with these 3 receivers, because we really haven't had all 3 of our receivers at the same time healthy yet. I'm thinking there's still a chance where we can get our offense going. We can really make a run. But it is crazy, though. I was like looking at this game like we should have rolled them. It was 24-0, and it ends up being 27-20. So like the second half, I was thinking like, oh, this will be like a practice. Like we'll get going in routine, and really we kind of got out of sync more. So I don't know.
But Kellen Moore it's the second week in a row. He has to do better play calling. He can't. 4 minutes left. You up by 13. You can't throw the ball. It's like, don't do that. But I said it on Dak too. Dak, you can't even though they call that sometimes, be a quarterback that do the right thing, run the ball. You know what I'm saying, or you run through a slide or something, or throw it out of bounds. You can't be trying to for what? Get the first down for what? Like, just punt the ball off, man. So you gotta be a little more smaller than that.
No, I agree. I think he's been out of sync ever since he came back from that calf strain. Like, it's just not been the same as it was before. Anthony says he thinks that's not 100%.
Yeah, he's still hurt. You could tell, but they don't give him an excuse though. Like, it's not an excuse.
Right.
You still gotta go out there and do your thing.
And that's my thing too. I don't really, I love Dak, but I'm like, well, if you're out there, like, then you got to be hitting that.
And the reason why I say he's still hurt is because some plays he could have ran and get the first down, or he could have ran and got a little more yardage, and he stays in the pocket. That's how I know he's hurt. Because normally he'll try to run it. I know he's not feeling his ankle no more. He's not always there. So he got to make better plays with his arm. So like I said, I think there's no way he's gonna keep playing this bad. So I think we're gonna be in a good spot. So when the offense is playing well and the defense is playing well, it's gonna be hard to stop us. So we'll be all right. But Tony Pollard, man, I hope he's not done for the season.
We need him for sure. Yeah. And I do give credit to Zeke too, because he gutted it out. You could tell he's not 100%, but he knew.
But he played hard.
He's hard. Like, let me just go for it. Yeah.
And is how you say Clemens? That's how you say it?
Clemens? Yeah.
He played good too. Like I like his confidence. He ran hard. You know what I'm saying? You could tell he ain't play all year, so he should have been playing a little bit more. You know. So I think we should play all 3 of them if they come back. So they saying Tony Pollard might not come back, but we cross our fingers, man. Hope he.
We need him. Yeah. We need him for sure. So, but plantar fasciitis is nothing to play with. That's what he has in his foot. So.
Oh, that sucks.
But they said it's better for him to tear it all the way. It'll be better. So it's like, what do you do? Like, you play the tear it or what? Like, it's weird.
Sounds painful to me. I don't know.
No, but that Bills game was good too, man. I thought that was
the Bills came back.
Game.
They were getting routed, and then they came back and made it into overtime. That was a good game. And I don't know though. Are the Bills done too? Are the Bills have they kind of hit their height this year, and are they on their way down?
Yeah, I think they're down.
I think it sucks, man. I think normally in this time of the year, you want to be playing better, getting ready to go to the playoffs. And right now, they're playing worse. They're going down to the uphill. So It's tough. We mentioned it, I think, last week. Like, they don't have a very easy schedule the rest of the way. So I got to play the Patriots again, too, I think, next week. This week, I think, maybe. I don't know. But they got to play the Pats again. So they got a tough schedule to end it. So they just got to stay afloat to just try to get a wild card. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
we'll see.
That's wild. All right. Saints Jets was no big deal. Broncos Lions no big deal. Chargers Giants. Chargers is going to be interesting to see how they play against the Chiefs. That's a big matchup this week.
Yeah,
The Chargers, when they play good, they look really good. Like
No, dude, like they just
they play the Giants. They look good against the Giants. It's not a compliment.
That's true. That's true.
So.
true.
All right, real quick. I think that's pretty much it for the scoreboard. 49ers Bengals was another good game. I want to say that went to overtime, and the Bengals actually kicked a field goal, and then the 49ers came back and scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
That was legit. Seahawks Texans was expected. So Falcons Panthers. Strizzy, do you want them?
Nah, I didn't even watch it.
Okay.
I didn't watch it.
All right. Real quick, Pop says Cowboys will be okay. Elliott was hurt, Pollard's out. Wide receivers playing slaps. We'll be fine together.
I hope so, Pops.
Anthony says the Bills are one-dimensional, which I kind of agree with that too.
I think they run the quarterback too much. Like, stop running them so much. You got running backs already, so
yeah. No, I agree. All right, that was NFL talk. I know we spent a little bit more time on that, but we'll keep it moving here. We'll go ahead and get into our next topic. Let's talk some history.
Just respond with the first thing that comes to your mind, okay?
Got it.
All right. Jacket.
Travel.
Butterfly.
Foul.
Goat.
Kobe.
Subway.
Double dribble.
Okay. We're getting to some things. Let me try one more here. Spider.
Mitchell.
Okay, just as I suspected. All right, I have it. I think I know what it is. I think I have the diagnosis, and
Just give it to me straight, Doc. How much time I got left, man?
you're gonna be okay. But it's a serious case of NBA talk.
NBA talk.
All right, NBA talk. We got to start off first and foremost with Steph Curry making history tonight, becoming the all-time three-point leader in the quickest of fashion. So we definitely have to say congratulations to Steph Curry.
yeah.
The original Splash brother, still firing off. But what do you guys think about the record? You guys have any comments, thoughts?
I thought it's over. I think it's been in the back of his head a little too much and kind of affecting his play the last couple of games. Like, not that he was playing bad, because he's still playing very Steph-esque, but like he had some really poor shooting nights. I think he was shooting threes that like even he wouldn't normally take. You know what I mean? It was like he was getting blocked left and right during the game, the 76ers game. And don't get me wrong, Thibault is a defensive monster, but like I said, Steph was just taking some shots that I don't think even he would normally take.
Yeah.
But I think it's a big deal. Great he did it. He's the greatest shooter ever. There will never be another shooter like him. He made a big impact on the NBA with shooting threes. You got big guys shooting threes. Everybody wants to shoot threes. So Reggie Miller made the comment where he first came in, teams shot 5 threes a game. Now it's at like 34 to almost 40 threes a game that teams do now because of that. So great for him. Great guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy he got it. Well deserved. And like I said, he's the greatest shooter ever. Not player now. Shooter is a different thing. He's the greatest shooter ever.
For sure.
Gotcha. Yeah, I feel you. Definitely, impacted the game. The original Splash brother, but kind of him and Clay together, just getting that green light originally and just firing off. It really did impact the way, they're like you said, teams wouldn't shoot that many threes a game, and now everybody's firing off. So definitely congrats to him. And like you said too, he's gonna put this so far out. He's got plenty of years left. He's gonna put this record so far out, even though the game has changed and the way threes are more frequent. I still don't really see anybody catching him.
No, because you never lose this. So when he's even in his latest career, he's gonna still be just stroking it,
right?
So
similar to Ray Allen, who had
I was gonna say, just like Ray Allen.
He played his regular season, and then he played like another 5 years as purely like a spot up shooter. So yeah.
I think he might go to a team. You go to a team that's missing a 3-point shooter or something like that. They might get another ring. He might go over there just to shoot threes and stuff like that. So I think he's gonna play at least 20 years. So I think he'll be okay. But that record is gonna get broken. I know we had Big O said the same thing about him, but this is gonna be hard to get. This dude made 433 threes in a year. That's not he shot. He made that many, and he's on a record right now to do it again. So it's just crazy how he does that.
It is. No, it is. But Pops is cracking me up with this comment. He said they didn't shoot a lot of 3-pointers. If both young and healthy, Bird would kick his ass in 3-pointers.
I think so. I think even Reggie Miller would, though. Because to me, Reggie Miller was that guy. So imagine him shooting that many threes a game, 13. Like, this guy shot what? He made, 3 threes in 6 minutes? I mean, 9 seconds?
Right.
So just imagine this guy, like, doing it. Like, I think he would, too. But they didn't come for him. I think Steph Curry, what's his real name? Wardell just changed the game, man. So
no, I agree. It is funny though. It's like this is one of the purest examples, or one of the most dramatic examples though of like the game changing and evolving. Like it's happened over time, like in sports, like quarterbacks throwing for 5,000 yards and things like that. But this is like so drastic of a change. And so I agree with you, though. It'll never be caught again. But
I had to ask you guys a question, and even the watchers. You think that game will ever change back to not so many 3-pointers, maybe going back to like middies and like big man, or will always from now on be always 3-pointers like this?
I can't imagine the game slowing down like that again.
Yeah, I think, and especially the way even the foul calls and the way it's officiated. I feel like that's part of why it was needed for like the game to just get farther away from the basket. I don't think it will ever go back. You'd have to have a really dominant big man, but the thing
you're gonna have to have a many big men to do that.
True, multiple dominant ones.
Yeah,
but even then, it's like they want to shoot threes now. So,
yeah,
it's always more. It's always gonna be one more point than 2-pointers. So
right, exactly. So
they're gonna change that.
Pop says it revolves around, but this is one that I don't know. And then Anthony Weston, he says that he thinks the mid game will return. Okay. And it is way more efficient because what Steph Curry is doing, that's the thing. It has set the trend, but obviously not everybody can do it like him because, you know what I'm saying? It's still a different level to actually doing it. So we'll see, though. I don't know.
And Pops, he's right about what he just said, too. The running back coming back, too. It's a 2-back lead now. Remember, it's 1 back. It was like Emmitt Smith ran. But now it's like you got to have 2 backs now, So that's true about that, too, because it was a passing lead, but now he's coming back to that running the ball now.
Yeah. And that's true. Like maybe it'll just take a little bit more time, but maybe defenses get so concentrated on the 3-point line that slowly, you just start going inside. So we'll see for sure. But what else with NBA though? Definitely wanted to talk about the Bulls have 10 players that have entered protocols. So I put them on the win play crew. I got their mascot there with the mask, but
you said 10?
10. Yeah. And they've actually postponed their next 2 games. To do this. So we'll see when they can get a healthy squad again, but they're on the win play list. And like we talked about with the NFL too, like it's just running rampant right now. The Lakers also, they had to shut down practice and they put a couple players on protocols today. So gotta be careful out there in the streets. That's for sure.
Looking at the records up there, for some reason I thought the Nets was like the Lakers right now. I thought they were playing bad, but they only got 8 losses. I'm like, wow.
That's the funny thing. So they're playing bad, but they're still winning.
Like, crazy. I thought they had way more losses than that.
It's funny. It's funny because I mentioned this a while ago. So like the record doesn't necessarily say how bad they've been playing. Like Ado said, like they've been playing bad, but they're winning. But like all 8 of their losses are from playoff contenders. So like their losses are from teams above 500. Okay. They're just not beating the good teams right now, but they're beating everybody they should beat. So it's like. They gotta fix that. They gotta win some games against some of the bigger players, and everybody they've lost to by double digits. So they're losing pretty bad to the good teams. They gotta fix that.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's the other reason. I'm glad you brought up the records up there, Marcus, because I did throw those up there just to kind of show the top 5 from each side, kind of, how it's going so far. But it's still, it's still
like the 2 teams that in the 4th spot, like the Cavaliers and Grizzlies. I ain't see it coming this year. That's crazy right now.
Yeah, the Cavs are playing surprisingly well, and the Bulls still too. They're still staying up there record-wise because they got such a good head start. So,
but at the end of the day, I still see the Bucks and the Heat coming up going up there.
Yeah. I mean, my squad, we're missing Jimmy and Bam. Bam's out for at least 6 weeks for the surgery. Jimmy's been out the last 6 games, I think, as well. So. Yeah, I'm just glad we're able to stay afloat with both of those dudes being out right now.
For sure.
And even the Clippers too. I see Kawhi said when he play, is he coming back like this year yet? Is he gonna play this year?
Some people were saying like that he might be just trying to shut it down, and he might even opt out at the end of the year and just.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah. But the crazy, I thought that too, but because beginning of the season he was in the press box watching the game, but now he's on the bench now. So I'm like, maybe he's gonna try it because he's not that type of player, you know. So
originally they had said like December or early January, but it doesn't look like he's getting closer. So I'm not sure. We'll have to get a good update on him.
The thing that tripped me out too with Kawhi is you got to remember he didn't get the surgery right away.
Right.
Like he didn't get even when he was out and injured, like they were still talking about how he's holding off. But I feel like he didn't even get the surgery done until like he knew he was not be able to come back and it was done. So, and that was in the playoffs. So if it was like an ACL repair, like I couldn't imagine him coming back this year anyway.
So it's ACL.
I don't know what it was ultimately. I know it was his knee, but
okay, knee. Okay.
Yeah. It was weird. Like they didn't necessarily say it was an ACL, but it was ACL related. But they never said like his ACL was torn.
Gotcha. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. So we'll see. I'll have to look for an update on him.
Yeah, I think Clay comes back too for Christmas. I think.
Yeah, Clay. I think
the record's over with, everything like that. I think the pressure's off there, so I think he comes back for that.
There you go. Partial.
Okay.
One other thing though I did want to say is the trade limitations for like being able to trade players that you just signed this year as a free agent is coming up soon. There's like a certain date you have to wait till after when you can trade those players. That's coming up soon. So I do think that there's gonna be more trade possibilities, and we might see Simmons and John Wall and Kemba Walker and some of these other players actually moving soon. So I'm excited for that. You know what I'm saying? I want to see some of these guys come back and play.
Same.
And then what's up with Zion, man? Is he still hurt or he just
so apparently he had a setback, but the rumor is that he's heavy right now.
Yeah.
Heavy mean like weight wise?
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's making, I guess, the recovery from his knee and everything like that harder. So
eating that gumbo and jambalaya. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that crawfish, you know what I'm saying?
Eating that jubilee cake. Okay, I see what's going on. Okay.
Yeah, so
get out of New Orleans.
Him to be,
get out of New Orleans.
He's too young to be like in this situation though, honestly.
Dude,
I hope he gets it figured out.
I'm glad you said that. I was gonna say the same thing. I feel like he's just way too young to be in that situation. And it sucks, man. Like to be that big of a body and then have that kind of explosiveness, like he's gonna have knee problems his whole career.
Hey man, when you ain't playing, that food smelling good like that, though.
Yeah.
I would No, I feel it. Oh, Pop said trades can start tomorrow. Okay, so so we'll probably have some transactions.
Pop come in with being what's the guy's name? That had all alerts on the NBA. What's his name?
Like
Woj.
Woj.
I'm gonna call Pops Woj on say like
he's on the job, that's for sure.
He said famous things on that tackle. That's real.
Play all the Saints. Can't do that cardio with the foot. Also, hearing the Lakers involved in Simmons trade talk, the thing is Simmons can't shoot. The Lakers need a shooter. So work. Like I love Ben Simmons.
He ain't coming to no Lakers, man. Stop that, man.
Yeah,
you don't need two LeBrons on the same team, man. You don't need that.
You kind of already got it. You already got
exactly. He is like LeBron, exactly. That can't shoot. But yeah, all right. That's what's up. So I think that's it for NBA talk. We'll probably have those transactions like we talked about. We'll kind of just keep our tabs on everything. But let's go ahead and shoot over to our next topic.
So what's next again?
Other sports?
Oh yeah, other sports. Okay, so not football.
Yeah, not basketball. We did that already.
Oh, okay, like hockey.
Yeah, like hockey. Feel me?
Okay, like baseball. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Like soccer, right?
There we go.
Like soccer.
Like other sports.
All right, other sports. We're just gonna hit a couple quick topics, nothing too deep to dive into. But MLB, there's still actually deals going on. Verlander got a 2-year, $50 million deal from the Astros, but the lockout does continue. And the Astros are kind of trying to load back up.
If we could have had him this year, we probably would have won. But you know how it goes.
You know how that goes. But the lockout. I was actually reading a little bit more about it today, and they're saying some reporters are saying they wouldn't be surprised if they actually end up missing games over this. And so that is really like kind of troubling. I thought it wasn't going to be as big of a deal, but I guess they're saying that both sides are very far apart and they're very trenched into their position. So that would suck. I feel like there's too much money to be made both ways. So I hope they do come to an agreement sooner rather than later.
They already lost basically a season with COVID. I don't think they want to lose another one.
Right.
Someone's gonna have to budge a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I think it usually starts with the MLB. You know what I mean? I think it usually starts with them.
Yeah. No, I'm with you for sure. The players, obviously, they need the players.
Yeah, for real.
But there's only so much power they ever want to concede to them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's so true.
So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But, we're not – we'll see. But not a lot of news from the MLB right now. And basically they haven't really spoken for these last 14 days that they've been on the lockout. So, all right. Formula One, I wanted to give a shout-out to Max Verstappen. He's in the top right, winning the Formula One championship. I am a big Lewis Hamilton fan. Him and Lewis Hamilton were actually tied going into this race. So it basically came down to this race. Lewis Hamilton was actually winning with a couple laps to go, but Verstappen took him over and actually won the race. So got to give a shout out to him. But Marcus, I know we were still supposed to watch some of this together. We got to watch some of these cars together, man. I think you would really like this racing.
It's time, man. I want to do it live, though. I want to go to it. Do it.
That would be tight. So actually, they did one in Miami, and a lot of this is over in Europe and this and that. But
we ain't going out there.
To America, and they did a big one in Miami, and then they said next year on the circuit they want to do like 3 or 4 different events in the U.S. So hopefully it continues to grow over here. And we can actually see one because that'd be tight. Like, and sometimes they'll race like through the city and stuff like that.
That's dope.
Like, that would be so dope if they shut down part of Phoenix and stuff and had them going through the city by the buildings and stuff. So
that would be tight.
But so that's for the racing and stuff. I definitely wanted to shout that out. The only crazy thing is it was at 5 a.m. on Sunday and I forgot to set my recording. So when I woke up, I was like, man, I gotta just check it out. Anthony said, is Jean Girard still racing? I don't think so. No. I think he's kind of retired probably for a couple of years now, actually. So, but that's what's up. Anthony wasn't in the Formula One too. So, all right. Now moving on to NCAA. This is the only really other things I had for this. Spencer Rattler, he obviously entered the transfer portal. He was going to leave Oklahoma. He's going to South Carolina, which I don't know. I think that might be scary. Like, a little bit because South Carolina never has a good quarterback, but I just don't know if he can get back to where he was. It's crazy.
I've seen that
candidate.
I said, I messed me up now. I thought I thought it wasn't a U in front. I thought he was going back to his old coach to USC. I seen the SC, but I thought he was. I said, okay, he's going back and see, but now he's going to South Carolina, so that makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Yeah, my bad.
I don't think Lincoln Riley would have been like, he would have been like, I don't know.
No, because I was thinking, I said maybe it wasn't his decision to put Williams in there. Maybe it was like the school wanted him to play, so he recruited him, so he wanted him, so he taking him with him. That's what I was thinking in my head, but that don't make sense though.
No, actually, and I think it was somebody from Oklahoma's coaching staff though left to be South Carolina's coach like last year, so I think that there was a prior relationship there. So.
That means
I don't know.
Did he want to go to that division though? Like that's.
I don't know. It's kind of tough to me.
I don't think he want to go down there.
Yeah, I don't know. But we'll see. Like I said, they really usually don't have a good quarterback, so you never know. For him, he could do well there. So
it's definitely been a little while since they've had one. So
yeah, the new Oregon head coach, I put that in the middle. Is Dan Lanning. He's actually from University of Georgia. He's their defensive coordinator, and he was announced at Oregon. And I just put this picture because I was like, dang, they put this picture up. I'm like, man, he's landing like he's like a president or something, like the private plane and everything, got the cars waiting. I was just like,
so is he leaving the team too to go to Oregon right now? Or is he going to finish out with
So they announced him, and he's starting to recruit for Oregon, but he actually is going to coach the playoffs with Georgia. So they're kind of letting him do like a mixture of both. But I think the main reason is Oregon's like, yo, it would look better for us if you have a championship ring too. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's
smart.
I think that they want to let him continue that and like not just step away from that. So
I know some rumors that yeah, I know some rumors that it was talking about getting Chip Kelly back. So I guess that's over with now, right?
Yeah, that's over with. But they went with this young guy, and that's the crazy thing. This dude, he's only 33. And he got a big contract and everything like that. So hopefully he'll do well. I just saw this picture. I was like, man, the colleges just roll out the red carpet, man. They just be doing too much for these college coaches now.
But I love how his sons, I think it's his sons or nephew, whoever they are, that they suited up. That's kind of dope. I like that.
Yeah,
exactly. I know. I saw that picture. I was like, dang, that's tight. Like, I can't lie. I'm like, man. They were like, we need to show up in style. So
yeah.
But Oregon's former head coach too, Mario Cristobal, he's going to University of Miami, and I hope he does well. For me, I just feel like college football is better when Miami does well, and the ACC isn't that tough, so I think that they should be able to kind of rise back. But I'm kind of rooting for them. But it's just like an interesting kind of developments as teams get their new coaches.
Yeah, it was a big deal too because when he showed up, I get the jersey. They gave him a real small jersey. Like, wow, you couldn't get the guy a better jersey than that. It was like real small, so he couldn't. I guess it was last minute or whatever. So they couldn't get him another jersey, but it was super small.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I feel you though. I want to see like the Miami and Florida rivalry kind of renew again. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't really been. We haven't really cared about it these last couple of years. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be kind of nice if those teams can kind of get back right. You know what I'm saying? Because those rivals were fun.
Right. Anthony Weston, he says, can players leave and have no penalty? So it depends on the player's status. But if they're a graduate transfer, so Spencer Rattler actually already graduated technically, so he can leave right away and play without waiting around. It just depends on your status. But the new transfer portal rules are like way more lenient for players to like leave and move around. They can even do it to where they don't have to sit out a year if they played like less than 4 games or 4 games or less or certain things like that. So if they weren't like starters, they can just leave pretty easily now. So it's more like free agency almost. And then he said Kelly's got a whole now. Funny. He is doing too much at LSU. And there's one funny picture or video actually of him like with a recruit, and he's like trying to look cool, but it just looks like super corny.
Yeah.
So he said he's from LSU. He coached there or something?
No. He's saying from LSU, like he's just their new coach. Like he's saying he's doing too much.
Okay.
Kelly, like the Notre Dame coach that just went there.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, I'm like, I still don't see the connection to that. Like we got Kelly for that job, but
yeah, it was kind of weird. But I don't know. He's definitely gonna get better recruits at LSU than Notre Dame. So,
but for one last time in the memory of the old coach, can we get a little?
Go Tigers. I wish. I mean, maybe Kelly's gonna start doing that now. Maybe he's gonna have to start doing the Go Tigers.
Yeah, that's funny.
But I miss that too, man. Like Coach O is like super gangster. Honestly, he was like exactly like the type of college coach you used to picture from like the '90s, probably.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But that dude is super tight. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for other sports. I think there's not like a crazy amount going on. Hockey, I will mention the hockey's being hit hard with COVID protocols too. It's just the theme, I guess, right now for all these sports.
Wintertime, man. Wintertime.
Yeah.
I have a this or that too if y'all want to do one of those.
All right, yeah, let's do that. Let me run through this real quick. Wednesday is a big time other sports day, but I did want to mention that there's a lot of soccer going on Wednesday. Normally, like the English Premier League and like the other leagues overseas, they'll only play on the weekend, but during the Christmas time and in between Christmas and New Year's, they start playing a lot more. So they're gonna be playing on Wednesday midweek. So if you like European soccer, you can catch that. Thursday, Chiefs Chargers. That's going to be a great game, especially since it's at the Chargers. But what do y'all think early on? What do you got? Chiefs, Chargers?
I got Chiefs.
I don't know. Like I said,
things are weird, man. That short week messes with people sometimes. And the Chargers are at home.
Yeah.
So
and it's a divisional game too. And they said that Jones might not play, so I might hurt him a little bit. But the Chiefs are on roll right now. They ain't losing that game.
It's funny. It's funny though. Like Jones, it's funny how much of a difference Jones absent though makes on this Chiefs team for whatever reason. Like,
hey,
I would agree with you before they got Ingram. They got Ingram now, so I think they'll be all right.
I guess that helps. But I was going to say not even absent, just the fact that even when they moved him to D-end from D-tackle, it hurt the whole team. Seriously. Like even though he was still out there, like they need him in the middle there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. Anthony's got a bunch of updates though about people that are in the protocol. Slater will be out and Keenan Allen. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But I don't know. I'm thinking it's gonna be a close, fun game, but I can't call it yet. I'm leaning Chiefs. Friday, the bowl season begins. There's 2 bowls kicking off already on Friday.
Terrible. I'm not watching that, man. I don't know. Them
The
things don't
potato
count.
chip bowl, and you know what I'm saying? All the bowls you never heard of, those start
Toilet
on Friday and
bowl.
Saturday.
Yeah,
These are the toilet bowl.
Toilet bowl. And then also though Saturday they do have NFL games. There's 2 NFL games. Colts Patriots is one of those, which that should be a pretty good game.
That's the only one gonna be good.
Yeah, and then there's free boxing on Fox, PBC boxing on Fox. So if you want to watch some free boxing, probably never heard of the guys, but hey, it's not pay-per-view. And then of course Sunday we got NFL Week 15, and we'll be making all of our picks for that on Thursday, Secure the Bag show. So that's our little schedule real quick. And I think it's time for this or that.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and hit the music. You know what I'm saying? We haven't heard the music in a while. So this one's
right.
This one's not a reminder. Oh, wait. Before you go real quick, though, I do want to say Myra's boys actually won their basketball championship or tournament or playoffs or something this weekend.
No short game.
And no shirt gang, he won tournament MVP. So definitely shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? They've been on their basketball grind a lot, so it's good to see that that's paying off. But that reminded me of that. So all right, Marcus, without further ado, what you got for us?
I just thought about it. It might not make as much sense. I just thought about it, but I'm still gonna say it. So would you rather have, as players right now, would you rather have the all-time scoring title or the 3-point? Which you think is more important right now? But that's a dumb question. I think the points, right?
Yeah, all-time scorer, yeah.
Yeah, I just thought about that. That would be a dumb
But what
question.
about all-time scorer or most rings? What would you guys rather have out of that?
I think you get either one. No, I can't say that because I think the most points you're gonna automatically have to get a championship. I guess and you're gonna have to be one of the top ones. So
I don't know. That's tough because when I think about Robert Ory, like he's got a lot.
That's exactly where I was going.
Well, so I would want to win championships, but I don't know. I think maybe all-time scorer.
Yeah,
Pop says rings.
Yeah, I was gonna. It's funny because my first thought too was also Robert Ory. Because I'm thinking like, all right, when I'm winning most rings, am I like a Jordan, Kobe, type player, like responsible for winning those rings, or am I like hitting the points? But like, yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. Like, I would hate to have all those points but not have any rings. But I imagine you have at least a couple when you're the most.
Karl Malone, he was up there.
Right. Man was number 2 for the hot for the longest. So yeah, you're right, man. You're right.
I don't know. That's tough. But the other question too is, does LeBron get the scoring title? I think Strizzy, you already on record, huh?
Of course he gets that.
Oh yeah.
That's what he's playing for. I think for sure you're gonna get that. And I know people, they give me all the time. Some people do, some people agree with, some people don't. They say I'm crazy. But him getting that, that's gonna solidify why he's the greatest player of all time. Because he came in the league not being a scorer, and he's the most points in the NBA. So
yeah,
I was saying earlier this year, like if LeBron were to average 23 points a game this year and then 18 points next year, he'd get the title. He'd get the scoring title.
Dang, he's that close already?
Yeah,
I didn't realize he's that close.
Oh yeah, he's that close, man. And like right now, he's already averaged 26, I think, something like that. Like,
right now, with this last 10 games, he averaged like 30 a game right now.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm saying, man, like the man's an absolute monster. So he don't get it for sure, unless something like dramatic happens, like career ending. Knock on all kinds of wood. Like, but yeah, that record's his.
Stephanie says all-time scorer, personal greatness. Anthony Weston says Adam Morrison has 2. I'd rather be Karl Malone than him. And Pop says I can't stop laughing at that comment because that is true. Like, I mean, yeah, if you put it that way. But yeah, no, I didn't realize LeBron was that close. But yeah, definitely. Then it sounds like he's gonna get it. And yeah, it's crazy. Like he's gonna end up leading all time in like points, rebounds, and assists. Probably it's gonna be something crazy like that.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna depend too on how many games he sits out and misses. You know, I mean, he missed a couple earlier, not a grip, but he missed a couple this year, and how much they're gonna rest him towards the end and stuff like that. So that'll play a picture too. But I think before the season started, I think he was a little under 3,000 or right at 3,000 points. So he'll be fine. He'll get it for sure.
Oh, I think Pops was saying that he's laughing at that. He said may not be greatest Laker, not close to MJ. Anthony Weston says he would say most accomplished over best player. MJ will always be best.
GOAT. You get that? He's a GOAT.
Yeah.
Like we said, we only thing you're gonna say is Jordan got more championships. He gonna have all the records. He gonna be top 3 in everything. Assists, rebounds. He gonna be number 1 in points. So the only thing you're gonna say he had more championships. And to me, like I always hear people, Jordan always had a better team than he had anyway. So I'm say that. So.
I don't know. That's definitely a good one. But it is crazy how we've got to see this unfold. And one thing I will say about LeBron, I've always said on record, you know what I'm saying? I've been, labeled as a LeBron hater, but my thing is I've always been extra hard on him. But from the beginning, right, he was labeled as something from high school, you know what I'm saying? And he's made it this far. He's lived up to those expectations and more, and never really had like scandals, never really had like, too much bad things that you can really say about this dude. So I got to give him all the credit in the world for that. You know what I'm saying? You can't take that away.
And then you think about it. I sent a clip. I'll send to you guys later. I sent a clip on Instagram. They were saying his fourth year he went to championship. He got swept by the Spurs, but that team he brought to he beat the Gilbert Arenas team. It was a great team. He beat the Pistons that year. There was one more team that was good too. I forgot who they were. The best player on his team that he had was like what's his name? Delonte West, I think, was his second best player on the team. Yeah, Larry Hughes, and he had people like that. Like he had a trash team, and he brought. I don't think Jordan bring that team to the because by the time he'll kill that whole team by the time he gets to the All-Star break. They playing so bad. So I just think LeBron that's just my opinion.
Yeah. No, that's good stuff. But that's a great debate for sure. That's definitely one we can continue, and we will continue for sure. But MJ too is the mystique, it's the legacy. You know what I'm saying? It's the shoes. It's like it's tough to go up against that type of thing too. So
my thing with Jordan is the time. And I don't mean the 90s. I mean everything he did was done in literally like 14 seasons. They say 15, but one of those seasons he missed like 70 games or something like that. You know what I mean? Like that's my MJ thing. Is just the time frame when he did everything is crazy.
Yeah, but that first 5 years he didn't do nothing. So people forget that. Like Detroit used to beat him up, but he got Scottie Pippen over there, and people all don't give Scottie Pippen credit, but he got Scottie Pippen. That's how we win the championship. So I don't know.
I like it. Yeah.
I have one question too before we leave.
Okay.
Can you this? What does this mean right here?
I meant to put that earlier. So that's actually a Beavis and Butthead quote. We don't need your stinky
tacos. Okay.
And then I think Beavis said that, and then Butthead's like, I just had one because he was like eating it as you said it. But I think he was saying that in honor of Taco Tuesday. So Beavis and Butthead.
I thought you had made some sticky tacos or something. I'm like, what's going on up in there?
Oh
man?
No, never that for sure. You know what I'm saying? We always come through with the fire on Taco Tuesday for sure. But no, that was from Beavis and Butthead though.
Gotcha.
That was our thing too.
And don't forget, like we did last time, behind you, man.
Oh yeah. So today we have the Grinch and Max. They're chilling for right now. He's trying to plot on how to steal Christmas. He was telling me he was looking at my toys under the tree. I was like, "Yo, you better fall back." So we got him today, but I'm gonna try to keep the Christmas theme going a little bit more as we move forward towards that holiday. And man, it's just like I feel like I'm running out of time already, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely got a little something coming for both of you all. So I'm excited. We're gonna have a little meetup or something.
Yeah, we're gonna change. So
no, that'll be dope. But yeah, but that was Say Like a Champ episode 120. We appreciate everybody being with us. Another week in sports down, some history made and all that stuff. And yeah, another week closer to the holiday. Hope everybody is formulating their plans. Hope everybody's with their loved ones, and I hope everybody is staying safe with what's going on out there. But yeah, that was Say Like a Champ episode 120. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Shuzzy.
Taco Tuesday. Peace out.